Okay, welcome back to the channel, folks. Looking really good on the proposal. We have reached quorum, the pass threshold. Everything's looking good. It is looking like it's going to pass. It's ending tomorrow, so looking really good on this one. Very proud of all of the people that did actually get involved, and to those validators that did choose to vote. This is a very important step, I believe. In the course of every blockchain, there is a groundbreaking moment, a U-turn moment where things just start to change. People start to see the light and understand the blockchain as someone like myself understands it, and understands that we must continue building for this blockchain and preventing any attempts to privatize any sectors. So as you can see from the title of this video, I'm moving forward to my next proposal, which is the in-between proposal before we move forward to the next quarter's infrastructure proposal, which will all be coming at the correct time to co-align as a counter proposal, because we know Terra Rebels, who have rebranded to Hexagon, going to be doing an entirely separate video to target them and the change, to show that they're making every attempt to keep that paycheck coming in. So moving over to Commonwealth, and we can see that there's issues in this whole kind of privatizing of sectors. We have got 1, 2, 3, 4 flamed on the first section of Agora, and these are being flamed by the admin team. Now, if we go to governance, we can also see there's other things being flamed. We have seen things pinned. We have evidence to back this all up here on the channel. I think it's very important, the proposal I'm about to put forward. It's going to be coming on Monday. Likelihood is I'm going to put it up for voting probably 24 to 48 hours later, allow people to process it. But like I was saying, this one's really important because if we look at the admins, we've got Bilbo Baggins. You know, we go down, we've got Rex. He seems to have rebranded to JL because he's now part of the Entropy team. And then we've got Edward Kim at the utmost very bottom down here. I'm going to read my proposal word to word because I think it speaks for itself. So this proposal aims to address the concerns surrounding the recent transition from Agora to Commonwealth, which was carried out without proper community involvement and transparency. The decision to transition platforms should be made collectively, following established governance procedures and with the principle of decentralization at its core. So the issue: the transition to Commonwealth, moderated by Edward Kim, Rex and Bilbo Baggins, was made without consulting the community. Although the reasons behind moving to the Commonwealth may have been valid, the lack of community input and governance proposal is troubling. Additionally, the current administrators have taken unilateral actions, privatizing a sector frequently used by the LUNC community, and this gives them an unfair advantage over the other community members, including validators, DApps developers, and project builders. So we do have a conflict of interest here. The fact that all three of these people are either part of other teams, it's a huge conflict of interest. In a truly decentralized ecosystem, governance proposals should not be moderated by individuals with vested interest. In fact, they should not be moderated whatsoever. This practice contradicts the principles of decentralization and opens the door for potential abuses of power, which I've just shown you is happening. So the abuse of admin power has been recorded. Instances of Bilbo abusing admin privileges by selectively pinning posts and using fire emojis have been noted. Such actions undermine the integrity of the platform and further highlight the need for a fair and transparent governance system. So relevance of Edward Kim and Rex. Both Edward Kim and Rex have declared their departures from the LUNC blockchain, and they are currently focused on developing a separate blockchain called Entropy AI Blockchain. As they have no direct involvement in Lunc, their admin roles are questionable and should be addressed. I know exactly what people are going to say in the comments and on the thread for this. Oh, well, you're suggesting Edward Kim for the wallet domain. No, I'm suggesting the person who owns the wallet domain that we need, which is terraclassic.money. So, I've given two choices in that proposal and been polite about it, more or less. Moving forward. So preserving decentralization. We acknowledge that the Commonwealth may encounter spam chats and scams. However, true decentralization means that we do not moderate governance or Commonwealth content. We must let the community collectively govern itself and actively address any issues that arise. The way forward. If this proposal is approved, we request that the current 3 admins denounce their admin roles to Vin, who is the new L1 lead. A new proposal should then be created to determine the future of Commonwealth admins through a transparent and community-driven process, ensuring fairness. As we plan to integrate a Commonwealth button into our upcoming station build, it is imperative that no one benefits unfairly from their position. We must work together to create a level playing field and avoid any form of foul play. Timeline for the action. And I think this is a fair enough timeline. If the current admins do not transfer ownership over to Gevic or any one of the L1 team, so to speak, within 7 days of this proposal being passed, if it passes in the perfect world, we will propose a new Commonwealth that will not be controlled by individual players in the crypto space, promoting true decentralization. And this is my vision, our, my, yours, however you want to see it. This is specifically how I see things. Our vision for LUNC is to lead the way forward toward a truly decentralized sector by strengthening our governance system and actively involving the community. We can collectively create a platform that embodies the principles of decentralization. I think this is such an important step. It's another one of those small things that we really need to get on top of. And ultimately, the admins of this Commonwealth should have no problems handing this over to the L1 team to be processed correctly, because there's many routes you can take, because the argument's always going to be the same. Well, you have to have someone behind it. Yes, we do. We can create stewardships for that. This is, there's things out there for us to utilize. The issue is these people are the same as the people that came before them, just like Terror Rebels, just like rebranding to Hexagon. It's, how can I privatize this sector? How can I make it best benefit me? How can I utilize this to the utmost benefit of myself? It's just pure greed, pure selfishness, and the whole sort of wanting to stay relevant and wanting to be in control of something and have some sort of leeway over people. It shouldn't happen. And if we are to integrate this into Station, at least put a link. It cannot be moderated. We don't moderate proposals, otherwise we just get rid of all the scam ones, wouldn't we? Exactly. There you go. Questions answered. Folks, I hope you got some good information from this one. Stay safe, stay humble, stay aware. None of this is financial advice. Beware of scammers, beware of doppelgangers, beware of anybody who pretends to be me. Consider delegating some LUNC with us if you haven't already. It really does help support the cause. If you're delegating with someone else and they're not voting, reconsider who you're delegating with. You've got validators like Jesus is Lord who simply want to 2x the gas fees and reduce their undelegations by 14 days. It's absolutely insane, because everybody knows at the moment that the fees are so insanely high around just auto compounding that it's becoming ridiculous, that it's so obvious these people are just agents buried, and they've done a good job of hiding themselves to a point where they can gain a position of power, and then they do have cards to play in. And that's what it's all about for people like this. Like I was saying, stay safe, stay humble, stay aware, and I'll catch you in the next one.